All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you've got the crew here tonight. We've actually brought in Inclusion Pro Wrestling talent, MF, Mitchell. But before we hit our podcast off, we want to hit a few breaking news points. Breaking news A. Miss Sunny Days, your title is on its way. Breaking news 2. Inclusion Pro Wrestling's main event for the February 28th show. Oh, that was breaking news too. February 28th is our second show. Now,
24th
or 24th is our second show. Breaking news part 2. Our main event is huge. And now, breaking news part 3. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Inclusion Pro Wrestling now has secured or secured, depending on if you want to go broken mad or not, a property at an undisclosed location to store the Inclusion Pro Wrestling ring. And again, that is all thanks to Mitchell. So,
MF.
That's right.
So now, with the breaking news out and about, Crippled Messiah, hit us.
So let's start with one question, and then we can go into some of the bigger stuff. Who were some of your wrestling heroes growing up?
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
I would honestly have to say, it's probably almost everyone's. Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker, Mankind, and I say that because Undertaker and Ultimate Warrior, like, they just have that energy, But Mankind, he kind of got me into like the crazy stuff. And then I had to go to Jeff Hardy because he was psycho.
That he is.
And it sucks that he had to go to AEW, but that's where he's gonna retire. But I honestly, I love the TLC matches. It's my favorite thing ever, and I can't wait to do it. Hopefully.
All right, Pat, hit him with one question. I gotta do something on my phone.
All right.
Okay, let's see. How did your finisher come to be?
What?
How did your finisher come to be?
Oh, my Texas Death Drop?
Yes.
Okay, so it's you remember Six Pack, right?
Yeah.
Or Six Pack, my bad, whatever. Well, I like to do it from the top rope and it's backwards. And growing up, I always admired Texas, which is weird. And then when I finally moved to Texas, I was like, oh, Texas sucks. But I kept the move, and a lot of people haven't used it or have it done to them, I should say, because they think it's scary. But honestly, it's just a backwards X-Pac move. That's done.
Nice.
But another one, I do like the Samoan Drop just because I like the company that helped build it,
Very interesting.
In almost any language to your health, which is weird, right? Because drinking too much can make a big difference to your health. Like,
all right, Nate.
Breast cancer, depression.
All right, so let's thank our two sponsors really quick.
It's no reason to stop celebrating.
Bruce Nichols Painting and the Care Program, which you can find with Becky Bernhardt. So I think we might be having a little problem with Mitchell's camera. So give me a minute.
Yeah, it's a little glitchy, guys.
It's all right. We can cover. So
Hey,
do what you got to
Are
do.
you are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here, but let's cover for a little bit until we fix the technical difficulty.
Okay. Uh-oh, we lost Mitchell, but that's fine. So, go ahead, Messiah.
So what do you guys
Messiah
think about
knowledge.
this TNA Plus going to Endeavor?
Mhm.
You know, especially because Endeavor is now the home of WWE. Heartbreaker, since it's your birthday, that's right, it's the Heartbreaker's birthday. Why don't you go first and answer that question?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to some. What did you ask?
What do you think of TNA Plus going with Endeavor streaming? Whoa! Who the heck is that?
Whoa! Hello.
It's very, very dark. Sir, do you have anything to say?
You may not know me, but here in a few months, you will hear my name, and it will be known.
You know, in this town, we don't like to wait. Can you give us a hint or maybe some kind of idea of what your name might be?
I am the Darkness.
Very interesting. Pat, what's your thoughts on the Dark Horse?
And then the light started to rip the hot air balloon.
That's all I can say is
Finally, an aircraft in California made a successful.
Got him speechless.
There wasn't even a pilot on board. Bay Area
So,
Reliable Robotics says this
what are your plans in your wrestling career as far as inclusion or otherwise?
I'm not here to make friends. I'm just here to play.
Sounds like a devastating character. Heartbreaker, you got any questions for this mysterious? I really don't know how to describe it. I think you've scared the Heartbreaker away. No, the Heartbreaker's eating.
Well, you know, I'm glad you finally asked me a question there, Crippled Messiah. This Dark Horse. I mean, come on, dude. Be original. You're a knockoff Bray Wyatt wannabe.
At least I know my demons.
Over in Washington County, the sheriff's office.
That's right, run. Right? Yeah. We've heard this before.
The sheriff's office says the 8-year-old.
Are you putting inclusion on notice? Are you bringing the black sheep with you too? Or better yet, the white sheep too? Are you bringing your flock with you?
Oh, you will see.
I don't know. He looks a little more sinister than Bray Wyatt, with all respect to Bray Wyatt. And I would try to stay on his good side if I were you.
How dare you, Messiah? Bray Wyatt was supposed to get married yesterday. If he wouldn't have passed away earlier this year, he would have been married yesterday.
I will have to say, rest his soul, but I'm bigger and better.
Well, got a high opinion of himself. That can be good or bad.
Could be bad for you there, Messiah. I hear you have a problem pissing people off.
No, I think I'm going to try to stay on the good side of the Dark Horse.
I
That's
see.
a good idea.
Now, Dark Horse, does that have any like biblical background to it or anything?
If you know your history, you should know already.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a fifth excommunicated fifth horseman of the apocalypse?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, there you go, Pat. That's who Dark Horse is. I mean, you know, I know you're a little bit scared and you're kind of shaking in your curly hair there, but
Sorry, I don't want to make it wrong.
Let's just say, when I come in, you guys will fear me.
I have no doubt. Is there anybody in inclusion in particular that you're looking to make your first victim?
Well, I heard JD, he hurt someone, and now I'm coming for him.
So you're looking for JD Grudge.
Yes.
You know, JD had hit a fan on at the last show. Are you a little worried about that? I mean, obviously he's a little out there.
I'm coming.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the weirdest podcast we've done. I mean, look, the Heartbreaker hasn't been on camera for more than 5 minutes. Does that mean he's scared? Does it mean he's eating? Does it mean he ran out of his house? Who knows?
You need to be scared is JD.
So, you said JD hurt somebody. Has JD hurt somebody in your past? Why is it JD all of a sudden that you're focusing on?
He hurt a fan.
I see that, but are you then like the champion of the people, or are you more of an evil, sinister, I'm gonna destroy people?
I'm here to help the fan.
Got you.
I want to come in and hurt anyone that hurts Dan.
Got it. You got anything, Heartbreaker? Or Principal? I wouldn't send that guy to detention.
Well, Nathan, weren't you out there on commentary? Wouldn't you say the fan had it coming? I mean, he did get in the evangelist's space.
Would you like to respond to that, Mr. Dark Horse, or would you like me to?
Let's just say JD had it coming. He sounds like a douche. And so now I'm coming in. And I'm going to be his career.
I like that, but let's talk about that evangelist of pain. It's a good thing you didn't hit him, or you'd have to answer to AARP or something and get them on your back. And
yeah, well, it is what it is. But I wish I can hit him in the face for pushing me. And like getting me to this point. He hurt that person and I was done.
All right, Principal, what do you got?
Honestly, I'd like to hear more what the Dark Horse is going to do to Grunge.
I'm going to end his career.
Wow, you really champion the fans, don't you? I mean, the guy just hit somebody once to get him, for pushing an old man that looked like he should have been in a retirement home. And yet you're going to end his career?
Yesterday morning, and then throw a rock at it before taking off. The store's owner believes her business was targeted.
I believe
Yeah.
the window was shattered.
I mean, let's just face it. Maybe he's not defending the fan. Maybe it was the fan's daughter that had to watch her dad get hit and cried all that. I heard she cried all through the show, and management or Nate or the Messiah there didn't do a damn thing about it.
Two Multnomah County Corrections
Well,
deputies are
that's
facing
another
charges
thing.
after 2 men died
We
in
make
jail. A
these
grand
small
jury
trials.
indicted deputies James
Why?
Buckmiller and
That
Michael
breaks
Mercer
my heart,
earlier
and it
this
makes
week on a
any
single count of
human
official
come
misconduct.
out. I
Investigators
cannot
say the deputies
do it,
may not
so I'm
perform their
ending
duties as
both
required,
careers.
but details about the men's deaths have not been released at this point.
Well, remember, Messiah is not a wrestler, although,
Meanwhile, the Multnomah
you
County
know, his
Corrections
words can
Deputy
do a lot.
Association
But if you want to take out Grunge, I have no problem with that.
Well, he's gonna get smacked. But JD is gonna lose his career. And then I'm gonna come for that Dallas County championship belt.
Oh, so he's putting Lance Dean on notice too now. So let's say this: if Lance Dean originally left the scene, then he made the scene. Is it fair to say that the War Horse, or the Dark Horse, is going to destroy the scene?
I'm gonna destroy anyone that's in my way.
Does that include the principal?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to deflect it away from the Messiah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, breaking news number 4: Principal Tap and the Heartbreaker are no longer affiliated with Inclusion Pro Wrestling. This is now all on the Crippled Messiah. Thank you.
You chicken. And we haven't heard anything from Principal yet, so at least I saw that backing.
All I can say is I agree with the Heartbreaker on that one.
Guys are wimps. You know what? Bring it. But you know, I can be just as big of an ally as I can a hindrance.
One of their facilities is in Boring, Oregon. Fox 12 Now's Greg Nibbler spoke with the CEO about what
No, Dark Horse. Remember who pays your check there, buddy.
Is between dog and human.
Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
We're literally making decisions about what we need.
And let's talk about that for a minute. What made the Dark Horse? Yes, we know that you wanted to fight JD. Is that the only reason you chose Inclusion Pro Wrestling?
Over the next 2 years, we also
train our clients,
so it's not just
here's your dog. And I grew up around it, and I had some dark campuses. Now that you guys are here now, in my town,
guide dog is different. Every client is different, right? So it's really learning that partnership.
I mean, what is that? Well, I think there's one thing that now the leaving apparently Heartbreaker, which apparently is gonna break maybe half the people's hearts. Principal Tap, or whatever you want to call him now, can say is that there isn't gonna be one person like the Dark Horse and Inclusion Pro Wrestling.
let's just say, when I come, everyone's freaking cool.
A good example, we had a client from Oklahoma who had.
Oh, do you have something to say, Mr. Heartbreaker, who left Inclusion?
Until she got a guide dog, always wanted to go to Paris, and after getting a guide dog at the age of 70, went to Paris.
I left Inclusion? Okay. Yeah, I just left until after the first of the year, remember?
I still haven't seen that paperwork, by the way. Your lawyers are a little slow.
A guide dog completely changes, our client's world. They really
Wow.
do. Guide dogs for the
I don't know. You've been talking this guy up so much there, Messiah. You can't even find any paperwork on his disciple that he's supposed to be bringing in. Would you call yourself a journalist?
Hey, I know a lot about his disciple, but it ain't my place to say. This could be his disciple, could be Principal Tap for all we know.
Please, we know Principal Tap can't even wrestle his way out of a wet paper bag.
Hey, what he does in his bedroom is his business, not mine.
Okay, well, what's your excuse? You can't wrestle your way out of a wet paper bag either.
Yes, but that's my choice.
You guys will find out over there. You too. You can love me. Everything I have said is my combo.
Come on, Tap. I know you gotta have one question for him.
Actually, I don't.
All right, I'm gonna try to figure out where this guy came from. I'm gonna call some of the management team of Inclusion Heartbreaker. You want to take it for a minute?
No, I'm gonna defer there to the principal. Tap, you know, why don't you talk to him? You know, make friends with him. It sounds like he's gonna be part of the promotion for a while. So why don't you make friends with him, or make an enemy? I don't care. Just make a friend.
I'm not here to make friends.
That's right. Okay, so Principal Tap, why don't you be his first victim? You know, of management.
I thought I would leave that to the Messiah, since it was the Messiah's doing letting that fan get hurt.
Sorry, guys. They know about the fan, but they're a little confused on where this dark horse might be coming from. Apparently, we're having some more technical difficulties. So, seriously, you're the executive producer of this show, Heartbreaker. How'd you get this guy on the show?
I don't know. He wasn't my doing. You booked this one, remember? I booked your birthday surprise. You booked mine. Well, so far I think you got the better end of the deal.
Hey, we got a place to store the ring, so we're good.
Merry Christmas, courtesy of the Foxhole Surprise Squad. Your tree is on us today. No way! Thank you so much.
I think he might have had an issue with MF. Maybe there's some, and they're still doing some technical difficulties over there. So what other wrestling news do you guys want to talk about?
Maybe some extra presents for the little guys here, huh?
I love those little guys.
I don't know what. You're the one that watches so much news, wrestling, and everything. I mean.
Oh, looks like we might have our technical difficulties figured out.
Very, very cute little puppy named Trigger. Easy dog walking this
Hey,
Hey.
is there?
Yeah, we're here. You all right?
I don't know what happened. It looked dark. Like everything blacked out for me.
Early December night for us here in the metro area.
Man, that had to be
Is everything good?
Yeah, but when you went dark, there was somebody named Dark Horse that showed up in your place. Very strange.
Oh.
So you're telling us you have no recollection of that at all?
No, I felt like I passed out. Everything turned black.
Man, this is getting stranger and stranger. I feel like I'm in the episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
I don't know what happened, but so what's going on?
Well, we were in the middle of an interview, and then you had technical difficulties, and now the Dark Horse came out and told us he wanted to get at the guy that hit you at the last Inclusion show, which is JD Grudge. And
Okay.
he was gonna end his career.
So, what does his dark horse look like?
I don't know. I'm gonna let either the Heartbreaker or Principal Tap describe what he looks like. They're better at painting a picture like that than I am.
He kind of looks like something out of a horror show.
Okay. Like, does he like have a paint on his face or something?
I don't know, Heartbreaker. What do you think?
I don't know. He wore a horse mask, and I swear to God, he looked like a lot like Bray Wyatt.
Oh, there's no one can be like Bray Wyatt though.
No, but man, this is. I don't know if this guy's gonna work in inclusion, but we'll see. And this is gonna get scarier and scarier. But I guess we can get back to the regular interview.
Yeah, and guys, I apologize. I don't know what happened. It's just everything went black. So
it's all right. I mean, maybe we need to get. You might need to check some of your lights, make sure that like there's nobody hiding behind where you're at or whatever.
Yeah, definitely we're gonna check that. Luckily, I own a gun.
It might be a smart thing based off of what we just saw.
Yeah, I wish I could have saw it because this is kind of creeping me out right now, and like my heart is pounding.
Well, for anybody that didn't see, you can always check out the episode on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
That'll give you a chance to see what we're talking about. So, Heartbreaker, do you have a question for MF, or are you still stunned by what you just saw?
Well, I'm trying to just process everything, but I guess we could ask this. What were your pre and post match routines?
Me, I normally, I'll drink like a vitamin water, and then, I'll sit there and just like go over everything. Did you ever watch the movie The Wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I am, because I'm an old school wrestler, And, there's times where I get a lot more nervous than you should for the match, but I still just go through with it.
But we can't do it without you, and we still have time to add more, right?
Very
That's
cool.
absolutely
Tab,
right.
what do you got?
If you have helped us so far. Today that we are learning about
Your
the
top
best
5
destination that was named
wrestlers
on a
of all time.
longtime Beaverton resident. As Fox 12's Joe
What
Badiah
is it?
explains, for this
Your
man,
top
giving
5
is a family
your top 5 tag teams of all time.
Oh, tag team.
For nearly a century, Joseph
I
Thomas
always
led
put
the
me at the
line
front
of
with the Hardy Boys, the Dudleys, obviously the Samoan. Crap, man, there's so many. And I love Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. Like, honestly, that was the first time I liked Randy Orton. Because it felt like he broke out of his character and just became himself.
You never knew he had all these things that he did.
I would agree with that. So, my question is, what's the craziest crowd that you've either seen or wrestled in front of?
Oh, crap. I did a stint in Seattle, and it was kind of big. I want to say maybe about 300 people. And I tried to do my Texas death drop move, but it kind of failed, so I had to work with it, and then I got thrown out onto a bag of tacks.
Oh,
So it hurt, but it was fun. It made the crowd happy, and so I just loved it.
All right, Heartbreaker, you're up.
Even in his 90s, he still delivered food for meals on wheels until he finally fell ill in November.
Well, let's see here. He's an old school guy, so he might have good answers to this. How about we do his top 5 commentators?
Shoot. All right, Michael Cole, obviously number 1. I'm glad he's back on Raw. Corey Saxton, he's good. Jim Ross. And for some reason, I liked Vince McMahon back in the day when he was commentary. I don't know why.
I actually like Vince McMahon, especially with Jesse Ventura.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then you got the King, man. He was good too, especially when you're back in the Attitude Era, and girls were a little out there, and he would always just like have like a heart on for them.
Definitely, that's where that's where the catchphrase "puppies" ended up in the dictionary.
Yep, and so I mean, like I was talking to my mom earlier, and she was telling me all these people I grew up with in Portland wrestling, and it still like mind boggles me because they became famous people. Like Bam Bam Bigelow, I remember being in his arms when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
And then, you got Mean Mike Miller, Playboy Bunny, the Big Boss Man, like all these people. Roddy Ray Piper, my mom dated him. And so, growing up in Portland wrestling helped shape my way to being a professional wrestler. I started out doing backyard wrestling, jumping off 2-story buildings. Like, it was crazy, but it's all because of them.
Very cool.
There's a guy, I can't quite remember his name at the moment, but he was supposed to have like knee surgery, and instead of that, he paid to get me back.
Huh.
And then also Al Snow, Raven, before he became Raven. I can't remember his name before. I think it was Scotty the Body or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up with that. So.
All right, Heartbreaker, what do you got?
That was my question, dude. You're next.
Oh, sorry. So top 5. You brought up the females with the King. So top 5 female wrestlers of all time.
Oh, damn. Obviously, I'm, like the Hardy Boys, so Team Extreme. I'm going to go Lita, Trish Stratus. I'm going to have to say Rhea Ripley now, because she has proven herself a lot. And then, damn, this one. Asuka.
The next 7 to 10 days, we don't see any chances for lowland.
That's a good list.
No Arctic blast, nothing super cold on the way. We don't even.
All right, Tab, what do you got?
Just some breezy conditions at times, and widespread flooding
Your
is also unlikely.
worst injury you've sustained.
Just be aware that mudslides can happen, local ponding, that sort
There's
of
a
thing.
couple. So number 1, landing on the tax. That one really, really sucked. And then there was a power bomb. I was supposed to go through a table, but his knee buckled, and so literally the back of my head flipped it, and I was concussed. I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know the day or anything. So,
Eastern Oregon will see a dry
but
start.
still keep doing it.
Of course. All right, Heartbreaker. Or should we sing happy birthday to you? It's up to you if you want to ask your question.
All right, happy birthday, Heartbreaker.
Thanks, guys.
What, 12 now?
How about best wrestler turned actor?
Oh, god damn it. I would say The Rock, but he's overplayed, honestly. But Roddy Piper in his movie,
Yes.
to me, that was like the beginning of wrestlers becoming athletes.
So, what was your all-time favorite? Sorry, I'm gonna build off of that one. What was your all-time favorite Roddy Piper movie?
Oh, what's that movie where he was like, when he had to wear the sunglasses, he goes in the bank and he's like, I'm here to choose bubblegum and I'm all out of bubblegum.
They Live.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
is
gotcha.
mine all the time. And also, one of my favorite bands did a clip using that in their video. So,
Very cool. So I'm gonna hit you with one of our toughest questions. If you could set up a WrestleMania card with 6 matches, indies are available from any generation, who would it be and why?
all right, 6 matches. Obviously, I would do The Rock versus Roman Reigns because honestly, Roman Reigns would be kicked out already. He's done. He's not a good champ. And then I would do. Can I go like extra first, or I have to do current?
Nope, you can do whatever you want. Anybody is available.
Well, available, that sucks then. Because I would say Hulk Hogan and Undertaker.
No, you can. Available means you can say them.
Okay, Undertaker and Hogan. That would be great. And then I want to see Ric Flair and Sting.
Ooh.
And then I want to see Jimmy and Jay Uso battle it.
Did you hear? Fox 12 is here to update us.
I think you might be about ready to see that one.
I hope, because we need it. So is that all 5?
I think you got one more.
Natalia and Asuka.
Ooh. All right, Tab, what do you got?
Your favorite cookie or snack?
Favorite cookie or snack? Oh, well, my snack would be chocolate milk. And then favorite cookie, I would have to say white chocolate.
Well, the National Christmas tree behind me here is featured the most prominently outside the White House during the holiday season. There are also 50 small.
All right, Heartbreaker, what do you got?
From each state.
Are we still there? You guys are cutting me.
I'm here. We're here.
No, we're still here.
Hundreds of ornaments crafted by students from one school from every U.S. state or territory.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. You guys sound a little robot-y.
Each tree represents a different state or territory.
All right, go ahead, Nate. Ask a question. See if he can.
They're all inspired by one question.
You guys are cutting out. What was it?
So, what's your favorite Survivor Series moment? Oh, we lost him for a minute.
And even things that like polar bears, just kind of things that symbolize the state that they're from.
The trees will remain on display until January. In Washington, I'm Stetson Miller.
Very pretty. All right, let's get one more check of the weather. All right.
So,
this weekend,
what do you guys think about Ken Shamrock signing a Legends deal with the WWE?
Dry weather. Pretty nice actually for most of the next work week. Little bit breezy Tuesday and Wednesday, chilly east wind. So if you're around the mouth of the certainly notice that.
Pretty scary actually.
Pretty uneventful stuff here in our 7-day forecast, which I think
It's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Pretty good.
Mild temperatures too, so not too chilly.
Oh, there we go. Hang on.
Or ice or anything like that.
Unfortunately, a little
Hang on.
slow for the Cascades. We wish we could ramp up the snow
Okay.
there, but it is what it is.
There we go.
All right.
There
Yeah,
we
I got
go.
this.
Yeah, we got you now. So, I'll ask everybody on the panel this question. What's your thoughts on Ken Shamrock signing a Legends deal with the WWE?
I mean, I liked when he first came into WWE, but I think he just needs to not. Like, he's a little too old, I think, nowadays. And, when he was doing MMA, like, he was a psychopath. And so when he came into WWE in the beginning, like, he was a scary mother effer, but he wasn't the greatest wrestler, I think.
No, I would agree with that.
He was dangerous, and he hurt a lot of people. So, I think he should just retire.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be so much of like a wrestling thing or if they just do a Legends thing and let him in the Hall of Fame.
Well, I know I've been reading that they're doing new merchandise for him. So I kind of think he might be coming back, but I haven't read anything about it. So I'm a little worried for all these new wrestlers having to deal with him if he comes back, because he is scary.
He is.
He was pretty deadly in the UFC, so.
Actually, that's funny. Pretty Deadly would be the first people I'd want to see him kick the crap out of.
Right? Dude, I cannot handle that stupid crop top crap and that disco ball. Oh my gosh. Like, it's too much.
I thought Billy Gunn and Chuck, when they were doing the boy band thing, was bad, but that's taking it to a whole other level.
Like, okay, so you got Jimmy and Jay Uso wearing crop tops, but they're not that bad. But these guys, holy crap, no one wants to see your tits.
They look like British strippers.
Yes, it's so bad. It hurts. I honestly, I wish I could be in the WWE right now just so I could take that damn disco ball and just smash it on their face. We need to end that story.
Yeah, amen. All right, Heartbreaker. I think we were up to your question. So.
No, just keep going, buddy. You're doing good.
So. Okay, let's stay on Shamrock for a minute.
Oh, God.
I know. If you could pick like two current day wrestlers for him to turn into like a Lions Den stable.
A staple with Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, as like the manager. Like if he got like two people in the WWE to turn into like a Lions Den stable.
All right, Big E and Bobby Lashley.
Ooh. Damn. I'm going to throw that out to the principal and to the Heartbreaker, too. Who do you guys think? Although I like those two.
I would say the Creed brothers.
Right.
The Creed brothers, they're too new. They need to work out. Like, they need to prove themselves. Let's say that.
Heartbreaker, what do you got?
It's just too bad you opened this up to only WWE because you already know my answer.
No, we can open it up all the way. Who said he couldn't bring them back to WWE with just the idea of...
Our Dudley boys.
Okay. If you want to open it up, Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends.
That's who you'd want to be managed by Ken Shamrock?
Well, yeah, because let's put it this way. At least Orange Cassidy would have a moveset then.
Oh, ouch.
Look at it this way, though. Ken Shamrock is one of the most badass motherfuckers in the world. You got to take who is badass in wrestling at the moment or in past.
Well, yeah, I just think Orange Cassidy needs new movesets. I mean, if he's gonna hold onto that title and play pocket pool, he needs at least to earn it. At least teach him like the ankle lock or something instead of using like the old, I'm going to just mock Roman Reigns and use the Superman punch. I mean, come on.
See, if you're gonna go AEW, I would have went with like him being the new mentor of the Blackpool Combat Club.
They don't need a mentor. They're doing just fine by themselves.
Are they? When's the last time outside of John Moxley that the Blackpool Combat Club won anything?
Last week, Wheeler Yuta, new pure champion.
That's not on ROH where nobody can see it.
He actually won it on Friday night. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I haven't really followed much on AEW, but I do love AEW because it reminds me of ECW.
Yep.
It has that vibe. But Orange Cassidy, he can get these hands. Like, I'm going to smack him around. Let's just say that.
So that's something that you and the Heartbreaker have in common. There's just something about Orange Cassidy with me that there's more there than he's showing.
Yeah, he has potential, but he's just a dick.
I mean,
and I can't wait till Wes Lee, makes his comeback after his surgery and stuff. I hope he makes it to the main roster in WWE. Like, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And hopefully he comes back and smacks the shit out of Rey Mysterio, because that guy needs it.
But the guy that I'd like to see come back with Wes Lee is if they could work a deal out to get Trey Miguel from Impact to go over to WWE and reform the good version of the Rascals, because I never really liked the team of Wesley.
That would be really cool, actually. So, yeah, dude, that would actually work out really well.
And really, right now, Trey Miguel's done everything he can do in WWE. So, I mean, and what's going to be TNA.
Yeah. What I miss, I know I'm going to go old school on this. I miss Michael Cole getting messed with.
Yes. Like at the coal miner's box and stuff.
He always got everything fucked with. It was amazing. But, we need to do that because there's that rumor around going that WWE is going to do the ruthless aggression again, or the Attitude Era. And the best face to do it is Michael Cole.
Yeah, or I could see them doing that with Kevin Patrick, because Kevin Patrick looks like a mailman or something that you would just see walking down the road.
Yeah.
And inclusion, we could do that with Principal Tap. I could see somebody coming up, throwing him in the ring, and no.
Oh, I'll throw him in the ring with no problem.
Yeah, and then you'd be having a lot of water dumped on you, Messiah.
Everybody needs a good shower every once in a while.
Yeah, it looks like you need a shower.
Yeah, well, you live in a nursing home long enough and see what you look like.
Oh, I'm good right now.
All right, Heartbreaker, what do you got?
What do I got? I don't know what I got. Let's see here. I don't know. Why don't you go ahead, Messiah, buddy?
You don't know what you got except for that receding hairline that you got up on top of your head. But
well, at least I'm not bald yet.
And it's getting there.
And at least I still have my chompers.
Hey, at least
that's another thing. JD did not like it when he got thrown out. His teeth came out, and I laughed. And he was like, "You like that?" I go, "Well, it's kind of funny."
I did not know that. That's actually really funny.
Yeah, he came out of the ring and he was on his hands and knees and his teeth fell out. And I was like, all right, now I know where to go to.
But to finish that off, before I ask my question, when that little widow's peak on the top of your head there, Heartbreaker, starts going backwards, that's a bad sign. So what do you think's the most underrated finisher in wrestling today?
I'm sorry, we have technical difficulties. The Messiah has been muted.
This is what happens when you give people too much power.
This is what happens when you mess with the Heartbreaker on his special day.
You better be careful. I'll give him heartburn.
Oh, he probably gets it every morning.
And now we don't have to listen to Paint Dry the rest of the interview. There's more than one way to shut a Messiah up. We can't hear you, Nate. You can talk all you want, my man. You can talk all you want. But anyways, again, we would like to thank Mitchell for giving us our storage unit for Inclusion Pro Wrestling and welcoming him to Inclusion. I'm sure the Messiah would like to say something, but I don't know. Maybe the Heartbreaker will take you out of time out here before the podcast ends so he can actually say a few words. But until then,
Nathan talks too much anyways. I can't get any sleep anymore.
No, what I was going to say is Orange Cassidy is just living off of his dad's legacy. He needs to change his gimmick.
Yeah, and that's how I felt about Rey Mysterio and Dominic. Like, it was cool that they were able to, join together, blah, blah, blah. But, Dominic, he still has a lot to prove.
Yes, he does.
He's kind of living off his dad. He's living off of Eddie. And, it's just, he needs to find himself.
Now, speaking of someone that should go under the Shamrock's ring and learn from, I would say Dominic should.
Dominic needs his ass handed to him just so he can learn the business a little bit better by himself.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Now, I'm going to try to say something to see if the Heartbreaker ever turned my mind.
Oh, you can talk now?
We can hear you.
Apparently. Okay, good. Mr. Principal Tapster, I have a question. Who the hell is Orange Cassidy's dad?
Leif Cassidy. He was tag teamed with Marty Jannetty.
I see.
I thought you knew wrestling there, Messiah.
I do, but that's a new one.
You're how old, and I know more than you?
Well, we all can't be winners.
Well, I'm a winner.
That's why I used to have a moniker under my Heartbreaker that said I was better than him, and he knew it.
Please, you can't be better. The only thing you'd be better than is Barney and Humpty Dumpty, because that's what your body type looks like when you walk by the mirror every day.
I'm sorry. Technical difficulties again. We can't hear you.
You guys
Messiah.
are amazing.
Now, you can't even see me. That's how good I
you
am. Can't hear you. Sorry, Messiah. Maybe you need the Dark Horse mask.
I want to. Speaking of that, I want to know who this Dark Horse wannabe is or something, because he needs his mouth shut. If you're
I have no
saying
idea. Yeah.
because
I don't know.
I don't know who, but we'll figure it
He
out. I
came in
hope.
Yeah, he came in and hijacked this interview, and you know this was Nathan's interview, so it's all the Messiah's fault, like always.
And it's not.
Yeah, I
my
blame it
fault.
on him all the time.
It's always Messiah's fault.
It's not my fault.
Oh,
I
and
had
hey,
no idea.
we can actually. I mean, hey, I guess the technical difficulties are back. I mean, your screen didn't even go black.
Well, that's true. And you're back from being a generic John Cena. So I mean, there you go. So maybe we should all go around and ask one more question, so Mr. MF there could go rewatch this video, try to figure out where Dark Horse came from.
Yeah,
At least
I
go around the
definitely didn't know
perimeter.
who the hell this mother effer is, because you guys were nice enough to, you know, bring me on your podcast, and then something happened and it ruined it. I feel like that.
So, Principal Tap, what's your final question for our guest here?
I actually don't have a final question. I just want to wish our guest wonderful holidays.
Have a good one too, man. I'm gonna be working on Christmas though.
So where can we find you on social media, and when's your next match?
You guys have me on Facebook. I do have a Twitter. I just haven't used it in a long time. And my next match is basically whenever you guys want me to be there.
Well, that'll be on February 24th.
All right, I'll see you there, and I hope I can meet Dark Horse.
Well, maybe not.
We hope
He
so,
already
too.
hijacked the interview. Kind of creepy. All right, Heartbreaker, you want to close this up?
Absolutely. Well, it's been an honor with MF, as always, Principal Tap. Messiah, I don't know what was wrong with your audio, but, you know, no matter what, it still doesn't help because it still makes you sound like paint drying even more, even after your technical difficulties. But, you know, at least next year on my birthday, try to bring me in a guest that doesn't get hijacked.
I had no control over that.
Because I blame you for this fiasco, and I blame you for this disaster. The only thing you did right was actually find us a storage unit. I mean, so that's the only thing you actually did right today.
But along with
Actually, that was all on me.
Oh, okay, that's right. I can't even give you credit because that was Mitchell that did that. That's right. So you haven't done anything right today, man.
Well, who knows? Who needs?
Well, I mean, he got me on your podcast.
There you go.
Well, okay, I'll
give him a little
then.
credit on that one.
Okay, I'll have to give him just a little bit.
But I will be launching my own independent investigation to find out how he got onto this podcast. Speaking of Dark Horse, but
all right, well, you do that there, Messiah. And again, we'll see you guys, next week for the good son, Mr. Andrew Michelson. And I hear that confused little cat man, Tomcat wants to come back on too, you know. I mean, it sounds like it's just what I can do, you can do better. So, you know, we'll schedule Tomcat here soon. But other than that, this is the Heartbreaker, and I'm officially leaving the scene. Good night, everybody.
Hey, guys, I think there's like another issue. You guys are